Hey lovely people, welcome to video number 1 of our Google Classroom Slides and Docs training for TAs video series. In this series, we are going to be using Google Classroom, Google Slides, and Google Docs to help manage our classroom activities, assignments, and communication with students, both in our traditional classroom settings and in remote online environments. Today, we are going to introduce 4 key vocabulary terms that you'll need to know whenever you're using a web browser: the omnibox, the waffle, the hamburger, and ice cream scoops. Actually, the real name for that is vertical ellipses, but I'm renaming it ice cream scoops in keeping up with the food theme. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the first word. The first word is omnibox. And the omnibox is that search bar at the top of your browser. It's where you can type in a URL address or search query or a search phrase to help you find a website or information online. So to use the Omnibox, I'm just going to create a new tab in my Google Chrome browser here. And right here where my cursor is blinking, that is your Omnibox or your Omnibar. Simply type in your URL address or your search phrase. So, you could type in catsmeme.com or you could type in catsmeme, right? In this case, though, I'm going to go and type in classroom.google.com, so that will lead me to my dashboard in my classroom workspace tool. Okay, second vocabulary word is our waffle. And the waffle is a grid of 9 dots that appear in the top right corner of your Omnibox. It's also known as your More Tools menu. So I'm going to go back to my classroom webpage here, and it's right over here, your waffle icon. To open the waffle icon, you're going to click on the 9 dots, and this will reveal a menu of additional Google Workspace apps that you can use. So just a quick tip here, you can also click and drag all of these icons around. And basically what I like to do is I like to drag my most commonly used tools up further to the top. So I use my Drive a lot, my calendar. I do use Classroom and Sheets, so I'll do that. So up here are my 6 most commonly used Google Workspace tools, and then further down the list are my least commonly used. To get out of that, just click on a white space somewhere in your dashboard and you are out. Let's move on to the hamburger. The hamburger is a 3-line icon that appears at the top left corner of your website or your apps, and it's also known as the menu button. So back to our classroom page here. So I'm in my Google Classroom workspace, so I know to find the menu for my Google Classrooms, that would be the hamburger. So right now it's expanded and you can see all of the lists in the panel here. I can click here on the hamburger again to minimize that, and I can hover back over it or the panel itself to have it expand again. So here I can go back to home. If I click on that, it doesn't do anything because I'm already in my dashboard. It can bring me to my calendar to see what assignments are coming up for the week. In the second section here, you can see that under the teaching caret, these are all the Google Classrooms that I am enrolled in as a teacher. These are the classrooms that I'm in charge of and that I'm teaching. I can click on that caret and then make that smaller or minimize that list. And then that shows the last 2 options in our menu, which are the archive classes and settings. So archive classes are classes that I am no longer teaching. They're classes that I used in the past and don't need to have access to them right now. But they're archived just in case I do want to use an old assignment or project that's already in one of those classes. Now this right here is what I call the big gear settings, because this is where I or you will need to go if you wanted to change any of the settings of all your Google Classrooms. So you set the notifications, which we already talked about in our Google Basics checklist video series, and then any of your class notifications. So if you're a co-teacher and you're getting a lot of emails in your inboxes and you really are tired of that, you can go here and just turn them all off or switch or toggle that off. So you can see I'm still a co-teacher in all of those classes. I can still go in, but I don't necessarily get every notification or email from the main teacher. I just want it from our class, which is our Google Workspace training for TAs. Okay. All right, last but not least, let's go back to our vocab page here, and it's our ice cream scoops or three buttons or vertical ellipses. So the vertical ellipses, as you can see, are three dots that appear in a vertical line. They're also known as a kebab menu. There we go again with the food theme, or the more options button. So to show you that, let's go back to our Google Classroom. I'm going over to our hamburger icon, and I'm going to our dashboard, and you can see that kebab menu, that's ice cream scoops or vertical ellipses icon at the corner of each of your classroom tiles. And so to open that, I just click on it and it reveals a sub menu of options. So I can move this class tile, I can copy an invite link, send it via email or chat, edit, copy, and archive if I'm done. All right, so that is it. I hope that this video has been really helpful in helping you learn some of the key vocab terms that you'll need to know whenever you're using a web browser.